I think we started to get the turnover game right. I thought, probably early in the game we probably overpossessed the ball at times and turned the ball over in critical areas. And to Richmond's credit, they're a good turnover team and they rebounded really strongly and hit the scoreboard. So our ability to tidy up ball in hand and helped our defence to a lot of degree. And I thought we started to really ramp up our contest stuff as the game went on. We started to get the ball in our half, and our big boys got to work. They started to mark the ball and have a big impact forward to centre. So it was a win full of character in terms of the way our team have been. That's coming from 25 points down. Sometimes you've got to win differently, and tonight was one of those times.
You've lost to 3-3. It's what is
Yeah, look, I'm big on being able to come from different positions in the game. There's times when you're up at half time and your opposition get the lead and you've got to fight back. There's other times where you don't start well and you've got to find a way, and tonight was one of those nights. And you can start to build on these experiences as the year goes on, and I think that's really important for us as a club, that tonight was a special occasion in front of a big crowd, and the Demon faithful were out, and to find a way in that second half was outstanding by the lads. Yeah, look, I thought our drop of ball was a bit off early in the game, and they were able to win ground ball down there, so that was definitely an issue. But I thought as the game went on, we started that real fortress fight to the death type of mentality down in our back half was sensational, and we started to get on top of that area, and we needed to. It was an area of concern. Yeah, it was. He was clearly the most dangerous forward, especially at quarter time, and Hibbo's been able to do some great jobs for us in the past. So for him to go on to him, impact the game, and really quell, Noah's ability to impact the game, I thought was significant. There's no question about that.
Just touching on you, looks like there's still a fair bit of experimenting going on. We've got forward line, Hibbot claims a third tall, about Pete to go forward, there's some Ben Brown on the VFL. How far away are you from figuring out where you'd like to sit?
Oh, look, we're still looking at various options. There's no doubt about that. We wanted to have a good look at Van Rooyen and Petty together, along with a ruck tonight. We've got a good look at that. So we're still, experimenting, if you want to put it in some ways, but we're also looking for guys that impact aerially. And both, all those guys that were ahead of the ball tonight impacted aerially for us. So, we'll keep looking at what our best mix is. We haven't had a lot of continuity with our tools in the early part of the year. Gawn's missed a few, Maisie, Jake Lever. Have all missed games of footy, so we've had to be a bit horses for courses in a lot of areas with our tools, but now we've got them all back, we're going to start to really settle down and work out what's best for us.
What's it like as a coach to have Rooyen step up in that last quarter, kick 3 goals, games on the line, just a young kid stepping up on the big stage?
Yeah, it's a great thing for Jacob. We speak about a lot about being able to stay in the now and stay present in your game, and you'd say at three-quarter time it certainly wasn't having the best night. One stage we were thinking about subbing him, so thank God we didn't do that. And he managed to turn it around, and we've been working with Jacob around that, about staying in the now. It might not be your moment right now, but you'll have one later on, and he had a really good last quarter.
What convinced you not to sub him out?
He took one mark. That was enough. He was pretty much coming off at his next rotation, and we were about to sub him out, and then he took a couple of clunks, and we said, "Keep going, son. You're away now."
Did he know that he was potentially going to get subbed out?
I know you can't carry blokes, but a young player and a young forward, is that what we're probably going to see from sort of like Van Rooyen coming in and out of the game for the first time?
Yeah, look, it's challenging. I think we put a lot of expectation on young key forwards, and he's still finding his way at AFL level. Like, he's only played 3 games of AFL footy, so he's just going to continue to build and get better and better. And he's going to need the experience of guys around him, and he'll have games where he doesn't impact, like tonight for 3 quarters. But over time, we think we've got someone that will continue to evolve into a really good AFL player for us.
You won games that better this year than you were last year?
Yeah, look, we are. We've worked really hard on our physical capacity. We've worked really hard on our, I think that real desire and want to do the real hard things in the game is right back to a high level, and that's a bit more consistent in the way we're playing. So, I feel like we've been able to just wear teams down in most games throughout the season. Even the 2 games we've lost, we've been able to continue to find ways late in the game and give ourselves a chance.
Was that on the back of everything you did over the pre-season?
Oh, the boys just came back in great shape and they worked incredibly hard. And as I said, we've had a bit of lack of continuity with our tools and we haven't risked anyone at this point. We're continuing to rotate our team and make sure they're really healthy throughout the whole season.
How do you sum up the first 6 weeks?
Oliver, I think it's been positive. Clearly, there's been a couple of games which haven't quite looked like us, but we've changed some things. We're trying to evolve into a different team, a better version of Melbourne. With that, there's going to be some times when it's not quite at its best. But we think we're finding our way. We're certainly going to continue to look for ways to improve and get better, and I think we've got a group that's heading in that direction.
Can you get you back for next week?
No, I don't think so. I think Ben Brown played in the VFL, Tom McDonald played in the VFL, Jake Melksham had the week off, so he'll be back next week, available. But outside of that, I think we're still a way off for Salem.
How's your level of confidence with Max Gawn playing 40-50 minutes kicking the field tonight?
Oh, look, if anyone saw Max's rehab, you'd say he was ready for the game. He's a credible professional. And you just see ahead of the game, ahead of the ball, he provides a huge presence for us and he marks the ball. So I know Choco will keep working with him on his goal kicking, but I'm sure he'll start hitting the scoreboard soon.
Just on the players that might come back, so Spargo, you're not expecting?
No, so he's still going to miss another game with his concussion. He sort of hasn't quite got the protocols out just yet, so we won't risk him and we'll make sure he's right to go the week after.
Was Oliver a bit underdone going into the game, or was that just something to the
Yeah, he just had a bit of a cold and he missed training on main training day. But he'll be fine. He was ready to go. Thanks, guys.